Alright, it says it's streaming. Let's see if we're live, baby. Not on YouTube.
You're good on X.
It is on there. So it's working on X, but not YouTube. Wonder why. Yeah, it said there was an error connecting the restream, but apparently it's working for X. Alright, so it appears to be working on X. So let me use the X link and send that out. Alright, sent that out in Discord. Double check YouTube. Oh, now it's working. Now YouTube's working too. Sweet. If everybody please could, you pretty please, like and retweet the stream. Start a few minutes early, so maybe. Let's see something. There's a big level about right here. Let me see how that looks over here. Oh shit. That was pretty good. Look at that. Is that to the penny? I put 537.85, the low. 537.86. I was off by a penny. Look at that. That's my put trigger. That's my call trigger. Alright. I accidentally took all my levels off my SPY chart. I gotta redo them. But those are the big two. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Alright. So now it's on time. Now it's 8:45. So if everybody could please like and retweet the stream, let people know we started. Ain't gonna be on here too long. And then doing the giveaway at the end. And then we're gonna call it a night. Do 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 do. Appreciate you, Kevin. Kevin's the man. Everybody follow Kevin. KG Bull and Bear. That's his at. Kevin Green. You guys have probably seen and heard him on our spaces before. Very, very intelligent man on the market. Make sure you give him a follow. See if I can check the chat on my phone. What's up, Andrew? What platform you trade futures on? I have multiple prop accounts for Apex, and I use those every now and then. Just like I'll use those for like one trade, maybe two a week. But lately I've been using my Webull futures account. I use that every day. Anytime you hear me usually calling out that I'm in SPY calls or puts or If it's ES or MES specifically, I'll say that throughout the week on live, on Spaces, or if you're in the premium Discord. 9 times out of 10, I'm using that Webull account. All right, going to go ahead and get started here. Oh, whoever does the like and retweet, those are the ones I'm going to check at the end for the $50 giveaway. So, like and retweet the stream on X, and by doing so, I'll pick one of you guys at the end for the $50 giveaway. And I just posted a little bit ago too. I actually entered into MNQ like 14 points higher after I sold that other contract. I got back in at like 38 and then 40, and then I just sold for the last at like 91 something for over 50 points. So I caught another 50 points after the accidental initial 50 points. So already up decently, a couple hundred tonight on MNQ. So where's MNQ sitting at now? I posted the sell for that last contract. Oh, it actually dropped. Did I sell top? Almost. Hit 95 and dropped back down 79. I just posted my sell. What did I get? Look at that entry on that chart too. On the previous tweet, I sold 91.25. I didn't mark it. As it was getting up closer there. Let's call another 50 points tonight. Let's go. All right, SPY. So SPY. Let me turn these off. Get my EMAs on real quick. Get to daily. Get to the weekly. Where's it at for the weeklies? Significantly under the 9, 21, 21. Look how that's going to line up. That actually needs to go down because the high of this, 536.89, 537.45. This is at 537. Right, Imp? He was long MNQ too. He was like, what a hell of an exit. I was like, yeah, we sold top. I'm actually going to adjust. Actually, I'll leave that down. I'll just make it a zone. Right there. That's like $1-ish zone. Don't want to go up too high. I think that'll probably be. What's the top of that candle? Maybe like 10 cents higher. So I think that's what it's going to be. Yeah. Drop it down to the 5. So yeah, I think that's going to line up pretty good. So this will be my supply. This will be my demand or call trigger and put trigger for SPY. So supply, which is my resistance, but a break and hold above will become my call trigger. This will be my demand. This will be my support. Break and hold below that will be my put trigger, but the initial test of this zone, I will look to go long until proven otherwise. And then if it does break and hold under 537, if I am in a long position for whatever reason at that time, I would be looking to exit and flip short on the SR flip of that area. Vice versa for the supply and resistance above. The initial retest up here, 548 to 548.6, I will look to go short for a low risk, really high reward trade. You're talking, previous lows would be a 10 point or a $10 move downside. So low risk, higher reward. Could probably risk like 550 cycle level. You could risk $1.50 up to make $10 down. So, but I'm breaking a hold above 548.60. Look to go long, take it up to 550 cycle level, and tend to the previous highs at 551.6. So, looking for that for SPY. Switch over to the Qs. Actually, let me screenshot this first because I'm going to post that on the server. QQQ. QQQ. Significantly under the 9 and 21 on the weekly. Yeah, that's the zone I was looking for. Does that go down to 443? That's like 447. Mark 447 up to that previous low, that candle, which is what? Yeah, 449.5. Somewhere right there. That previous day high lines up with that previous day high, like 461 up to probably about here. Mark that. Let me see what that looks like down here on the 5. Yeah, that's kind of the area that I'm looking at. Yeah, right here is the big spot, like 463.6. It's a big zone. Jesus, why do they keep doing that? But that's what I'm looking at for Qs. This will be my resistance, my supply. And it's sitting at the bottom of that demand. Futures are up after hours, so it's going to be slightly higher. So it's now going to be probably somewhere here in the middle. Can actually check to see what price it is at after hours. Overnight, it's up to almost 450 right now. QQQ. So it is right back here near this previous resistance. So it is right above the demand zone. So not let me. I'll just click in here. Yeah. Support. So QQQ is currently above this right now. So that'll be my support zone. That's my resistance zone. Same thing as SPY on the initial test of the support. I'll look to go long, break and close under 447 essentially. Looking to go short down to 445 and then 443. Initial test up here on the resistance, right in the smack dab in the middle is 462.50. I mean, right there is like right in the freaking middle. So initial test right up here. We'll look to go short. If it does get a break and hold above 463.64, look for the quick pop up to 465. But I think 465, I would just wait by that point because that's kind of heavy resistance as well. I would wait for a break and hold above 465. So not a bad spot if we go short up here in the zone around 463.6 down to 462.5, just right here in the middle with a 465 stop loss. So low risk, potential high reward trade if it does end up coming back down. But then a break and hold above 465, look to go long up to 468 and then 470. And that'll be it for Qs. Let me screenshot this and go over to IWM. IWM sitting right in one of my zones, and I already have the other one marked out, so that's good. That's easy. Probably put it just right here into the zone. What's up, Keith? Trying to pull the chat back up on here. Turn my volume down. Hello, Keith. So IWM sitting down here at support. Currently sitting just under the weekly 21. Yeah, so looking for this spot right here to still hold. If it gives, it's going to flush down the 205, 204.6. After that, 202.50 and then 200. Yeah. Actually, just going to mark up here to 11.50. I like that better. Turn this off for a second. So this will be my supply and or resistance, if I can type correctly, which is 211, 211.50. Jesus. This will be my demand, my support zone, which is between 207, 207.70. Break and hold under 207, go down 205, 204.65. That'll be target. Break and hold above 211.50. Quick pop the 212, then back up to 213, 214 would end up being target. Those are probably the calls that I would take. If it does break and hold above 211.50, I'd probably enter into Friday calls for 214 strike on IWM and look to take those in the money, exit majority, and then just scale if it continues to trend up higher to 215, 217. And then, yeah, under 207 down to 204.65. Screenshot that. All right. The other three, posted two of them already. One of them is Google. Go to Google, you go to the weekly, you can draw this beautiful trend line here on Google. So this would be the third trend line tap, right? So you got the lowest down here on Monday, October 23rd, 2023. Second point is March 4th, Monday, 2024. So that second one coming down here, if you mark 150 psych level right here on Google, it's going to line up around where this third trend line tap is going to be. So third time's a charm, get some support, take it back up here to 155. If I switch over here to the daily, you'll see right here, this is kind of what I'm talking about. So I'm looking to potentially go long Google here, right here in this zone. Right there. This is where I want to long the F out of Google. Right there. And mark 155 because just that's where that level's going to be at right there. First target upside. After that, 157.6, and then probably close to this 160 cycle level area. Yeah, right there. And those would be my 3 targets upside. Right there. And those would be my 3 targets upside. If Google does lose 150, target the gap down here to 146. After that, fill that gap down to 143, like 60. So that is a potential gap. So that can be a gap fill. So I'm going to try the long first here. I'm going to take it back up to those targets. Try and get a good screenshot of this. Right here is perfectly fine. Download that. Tesla better rebound hard. That would be nice because I'm in some starter Tesla calls. What's up, Johnny? All right, so that's Google. The other one was AMD. That is the weekly chart as well. Very similar to Google. So watching this chart here, you'll see this previous zone right up here. So if I mark here down to, I'll give it to about here. I'm not really looking at this crazy candle because I think that was NVIDIA earnings. So just craziness. But this zone right here, you'll see this was previous resistance right here. Whenever you see, and this is what I love to teach about, is my screen blurry? Looks good on mine. I'm currently on the weekly. So this was previously resistance, and then right here, group chat talking about, all I see is the word bacon pop up on my screen. And then right here, these 2 giant green candles. So that's how I know this area is important. And they got flipped to support right there. So this is the SR flip in this zone. So you see this clear resistance up here, these top wicks, red candles, and then it had this move from 128 all the way down to sub 100, right? 93. So a $30 downside move on AMD. And in order to break that zone, they had to, it wasn't just like consolidation and a few small candles right here. No, they hit that shit with volume and they break through that zone. Bulls take over the bears, they rip it, they flip it down to support right here to the SR flip. Previous resistance is now support, and they push it back higher. That's exactly what happened right here. This is just a retest now of this zone. You'll see initially it tested this zone. Again, don't quote me on this, but I believe this is NVIDIA earnings time right here in this week. Sometime between Monday, August 5th to Monday, August 12th, I believe, was potentially NVIDIA earnings. So that can be the reason for that crazy candle. And the initial test of it, even with the crazy candle, they did buy it straight back up and ripped it $30. So now it's just retesting this area here. So potentially look to also long the F out of AMD. And take that bad boy up higher, probably the 140 cycle level initially. Let me drop it down to the daily real quick. Yeah. It's like almost 145. It's like almost 150. Just under the, it's like 149-ish area, but I'm just going to mark around 150 because there. So, along the F out of AMD zone here, take it back to the upside, 140, 145, 150. So similar to Google, again, based off of the weekly here. Did I save that? I don't know if I did. Probably not, but I'll go ahead and download it now. And that's AMD. Thesis on SPY. Do we go lower? I don't know. Last and surely not least, never, is Norwegian Cruise Line. Keith in here knows I fucking love to trade my cruise lines. So, my boy Norwegian is in a weekly squeeze here, and we're climbing upside. Okay, so hear me out. I think we can have a little cup and handle here on Norwegian. So it had this big candle right here, then had this small gap right here. They pushed it through and filled the gap, and then they drove it up even higher, all the way up to this 18.4 area, which right here is showing that this is supply. Remember how I just showed in the previous chart, when you hit those key areas of resistance and or support, in order to break through them, they usually, at some point in time, you're going to see a huge volume just candle come through, and it rips through that area, and that's where one's taking over the other. So the other one was bulls taking over the bears. This one is the opposite. Hit this zone right here, and then in order to break this zone and do an SR flip, bears took over the bulls and came all the way down. So that's how you know you should be marking this area for it to be a key spot. It retested it, it pulled back, it's consolidating in this pullback. It's not just completely selling off. And it is now potentially forming a daily cup and handle. So I'm looking for a move back up. If I can get in sooner than on like a 5-minute chart, then I will. But 17.75, I think, is going to be the big area. When it starts to really hold above 17.75 and probably the $18 psych level, get that move back up to 18.4, 18.5. And then if it breaks and holds above that, then it's going to go to 19, then a 20, and then just do like 50 to $1 increments. It's usually how Norwegian likes to move and bounce at those psychological levels. So, like the potential cup and handle here on the daily for Norwegian. So, you'll see right here, just right up here. I think if it really starts to break and hold above that, that trend line potentially is going to line up right where that $18 cycle level is. And then that'll be the key to then break the top of this handle, take it to the previous high of the 18.4, and then take it higher up here to closer to $19, which are these top wicks right up there. So this zone right up there would be target for this cup and handle breakout. And then you'll see this top up here is 1950. Like I said, just moves kind of in those 50 cent to $1, and that's 20. Yeah. So big trim target is right there. You screenshot that and go back to the daily. That way I can get the full chart. So that is it. SPY, QQQ, IWM, and then the other three on the watch list are Google, AMD, and Norwegian Cruise Line. So that's it. I'll post the charts. We're going to go ahead and pick the winner for the $50 giveaway. So for the people that are just now tuning in, before I pick this winner, you can go ahead and have a chance to like and retweet the stream on X. I will go through the retweets in 1 minute. and pick a winner. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Can't touch. Let me post those charts in the Discord. Put it under Casey charts. That's fine. Downloads. AMD. Google. IWM. QQ. SPY. And Norwegian Cruise Line. SPY, QQQ, IWM, Google, AMD, and NCLH charts posted above. Alright, if you're in the premium Discord, all those charts have been downloaded. They're posted in there. Save those for later. Take a look at them. Got all the support, resistance, supply, demand, targets, chart patterns, and where I'm looking to long the F out of Google and AMD. All of that is posted in there. We're going to crush it again this week. We didn't have any red trades last week. Kept it small and a lot more patient and more conservative and not so aggressive for the trading last week. So I think that helped. Just stayed patient, wait for those key spots to hit, and then executed. And if that was it for the day, then that was it. One and done or two. Usually it was like one options trade, and then I can catch like two scalps or so for futures, where I would hit like two or three trades for the day. So if you want to join premium and trade with me live, you can go to my bio and Linktree and hit join the Discord at the top. It's myself, Bishop, who is a great trader, great swing trader as well. Sharky is my futures guy. And then can't forget Expo Jesse. Jesse's a great guy. And then I live trade every day in there as well. So, all right. It's been over a minute. Let's go ahead and go through this. I'm looking at the retweets to pick a winner. I did Google. I'll pull it up real quick though. I did Google. Someone asked about Google. Long the F out of Google is on my chart based on this weekly chart. So third time's the charm, near 150 psych level. The trend line looking to long the F out of Google. If it breaks that trend line and breaks under 150, then I think it's going to go down to 146 and gap fill down to 143.60. Bouncing off of 150 in this trend line where I will long the F out of it, taking it to 155, 157.6, and then 160. That is my plan for Google. All right, time to pick a winner. Dun, 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 dun. All right. I saw a few more people retweeting, so I was giving it a second. All right, that's it. No more. I'm clicking on it. All right. And the winner, let me get in the middle of like the list and then just randomly start scrolling. All right. And the winner is it's a Scorpion and 13 at Pennington. So, Mr. At Pennington, you are the $50 winner. So, I will send you a message right now, actually. All right, I did it. Just sent you a message. Mr. Scorpion 13 is your thing, but your at is at Pennington. Oh, that swing trade? Yeah, that swing trade was nice. It was a nice swing trade. All right, so Mr. Pennington, message me back and we'll figure out a way to get $50 holla over to you. So congrats on the $50 winner. Zelle, Cash App, PayPal, don't matter. We'll figure something out. Apple Pay. So that's it. Tesla, I will look at Tesla. I posted Tesla already as well. You can go to my profile, scroll down, and you'll see Tesla. Boom. Look at that right here. This is the daily chart. So Tesla has a potential inverse head and shoulders. It also has a third trend line tap right here. So very similar to AMD, very similar to Google. A lot of these are having their third touch of a bigger trend line here on the daily and or weekly. There's also a back test of this previous trend line right here as well. And it's lining up around this 210 cycle level. So you have 210, you have 207, and 214. So this area right here, I'm looking to enter in around 210, which I did before the close on Friday. I grabbed a starter position. If it works its way down to 207, then I will look to enter more and fill in on the rest. If it breaks and holds under probably 205, that'll be my stop. I'll look at the take back higher, at least to the EMAs, which are currently sitting at 214, 215 area. So have $3 downside. I can add more to get into the full position, and then I'll risk $2 to the downside, the 207. But if I get in around the or 205, sorry, that'll be my stop. And if I get around the 207 area, take it back to 214, 215, my reward is $7 to $8. So and that'd be like my first probably trim spot. If it gets up there, will be the 214, 215 area. So you got a 3.5 to 4x RR trade setup here on Tesla based on the daily time frame. So that is what I'm looking at for this week on Tesla. All right, guys, that's it. Pennington, message me back. I'll catch you guys tomorrow live on Spaces with Wolf Financial for the first little bit, and then I will be on Jordan Spaces Ace the Kid shortly after that. So, y'all have a good